Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Ruth Farms. My name is Luke, and today we are down here at my dad's farm. This is where I keep my cattle. There's about 6 acres here, and right now we have 4 head, 3 cows and a bull. Just sold all their calves off yesterday. I did not get that on camera. I'm terrible about when we try to catch cows, you know, as far as getting the camera out and everything, because most of the time it doesn't go the way we want it to go. Most of the time they're a headache trying to get them in and everything. Should have thrown it on, but I didn't. But anyway, today we're gonna do some work down here. Some work that's needed done for a long time. My dad and grandpa have basically let me farm this land pretty much for free for the last, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years. Anyway, my thing was to keep it up. They have cattle at the Low Place Farm. So this was kind of my entry into farming, was with these cows. But we have neglected it a lot. I have neglected it a lot. And when my dad done some of this fencing, they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know how to do proper electrical fence. So like over here now, we've got, you know, braces falling off here. We got wires just dangling, and it's downright, it's a mess. That's all I can say. All this is a mess. So my goal over the next couple years anyway is to completely redo all this. We want to get a water bubble down here instead of this little water trough. What else we got? All kinds of different things. A year or two ago, I worked on redoing the catch pen, and we got some guardrails up here, but I never got it finished. A few things else I want to do to it. I got a little chute here that I'd made to put like a head gate on so that we can work the cows if we need to. Anyway, all this needs to be redone. This fence post here, a few years ago, had some fire ants around it, and my grandpa poured gas on it. They were down here working on something. Well, the electric fence arced a little bit, caught it on fire, caught the post on fire. I'd love to have had that on camera, but I wasn't even here. But anyway, when we were down here a little while back with the post driver, I drove a few posts, one there, and one down there. So we're gonna work on redoing some of this. I've got some new spring gates for different things. Some of these spring gates are getting old and stretched. But today, I brought my ditch witch trencher for my daytime job. We do electrical work. But like right now, I have these electrical wires just strung across the pipe here. Ain't right. So I'm wanting to run a little trench underground from over there to over here. And then I want to run one from here down to there. A few different places, make it better, make it more professional-like, and give us a better connection. The better connection you got, the hotter your fence is going to be, and the less likely that these suckers over here are going to get out. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start trenching, and I've got some boards for this catch pen, and then one day I got to build some gates for all this. So there is a ton of stuff to do, y'all. As always, it's too hot to be doing this, but we're going to work on it. So let's do it. So a few things we have to watch out for out here. We do have a water line buried and a power line, so I have to be careful of those two things. Not exactly sure how we brought them. I don't really remember. We're going to do it and try not to cut those in two, especially the power line. The water line, I can kind of piece it back together, but the power line we're not allowed to piece back. But today we are using an old ditch witch 1420. It's been a good little ditcher for me. I give $500 for it. I've dug a bunch of ditches with it. Yeah, we hit the water line, y'all. Somewhere right here. And obviously we didn't have it nowhere near deep enough. That'd be something else to fix, but I'm gonna keep on trenching for now. That's the only thing down this way we can hit, so let's go back at it. About got the first one dug. We're going right here to that fence post right there. That'll get us power all the time around here. Whereas before, I had to have these two gates shut to have power over here. Wasn't the way to do it, but that's how I done it. So it's worked for this many years. We're gonna fix it right this time. All right, so we got our first trench done. I'm going between probably 8 inches and 12 inches. This doesn't need to be very deep, just deep enough that, you know, we're not gonna dig it back up later. Obviously, as y'all can tell, the water line we put in there is not deep at all. As before I had a trencher, but we got it up to here. I probably have to trench from there over there by hand, unfortunately, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the line in here so that I can go down there and move my ditcher across. If I go ahead and move the ditcher across now, it'll fill part of the dirt back in. Then I'll have to dig it again, which I don't want to have to do. So let's put the wire in. So we ended up hit the power line here, and then the water line down there where I showed y'all. So I stopped on that for the moment, and we are repairing this old dilapidated fence. We tore the old one down here. We're running our first new wire. It is hot as fire out here. It is. We're running 12 gauge high tensile wire. We're using this type of insulator. I'll take that one up there to that post, and I'll be working on getting this one made up. If I can get it in the hole. This I need to put a cut sleeve on it. So this wire here is a very, very strong wire. We use it to carry our electric fence. We put electricity on the fence using an electric fence charger. And then that keeps the cows in. They do not like the heat. This wire is very stiff, very strong. It's kind of hard to mess with, but it works really good, holds up really well. But we use these little crimps on here. You slide them on here, and then you take a pair of these crimping pliers, crimp them. It's a very strong connection, very good connection. Won't lose electricity through it. Then I take and bend this extra little bit of slack back. So this is what we ended up with. Got our crimp sleeve here crimped, got our wire bent back, got our insulator on there. I'm gonna staple it to the post now. What do you think? Go about a foot up?
Go at least a foot. I think you can go higher than that. They can eat underneath it a little bit if you go a little bit.
18 inches?
I'd say 18 is better. Only thing is keeping out the dogs.
We then have these tension springs. This just allows us to get the right amount of tension. If something falls on it, it will take some of the force.
Move this out before we put this fence up.
I can smooth it out with it there. Got a bit of a short little connector wire here to connect our spring to our tightener. This is our tensioner here. That's how we get our tension on our wire. We'll just connect them with a little connecting wire like this. Alright, that's connected now. Now we'll just hook our line up to it and stretch her tight. Go ahead, girl. Fill that ditch in for me. Look at Cal. She's filling that ditch in for me. Good job. You missing the ditch. That Cal's special. So we got our fence hooked here. I hadn't videoed much, it's been so dang hot. We smoothed all this out. Got our fence all hooked up. My dad's putting some new spring gates here. I made it a little wider, make it easier. I've got our water line pieced back together for now. Had to go home, jury rig a plug. I am going to get in here and fill this ditch in a minute before these dummies step in it and break a leg. We have our power line here, just very, very temporary back together. This is not correct wire, nothing. Planning to run a whole new feed. My dad's house is up there, down here through the woods. When we done this, we did not know what we were doing, and we did not get it nowhere near deep enough. So we're gonna run a brand new water line and a brand new power line, and we may put in a water bubble. But for now, we're just trying to get it back together so these cows don't get out. So. Well guys, that's going to do it for this one. I appreciate you guys watching. I apologize for the video kind of being all over the place. I'm editing this over a month behind. Going to try to get caught up on some videos here over the next few days and weeks. Try to get you guys caught up to where we are currently. We're getting ready to start getting the combine ready and get ready for corn harvest here very soon. So next few videos are probably going to be a little bit random, but appreciate y'all watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Thank y'all. God bless.